times are tough, I know that you can power through and make it through. You got this.
Excuse my poor editing work. I had about 20 minutes to make that.
Yeah. I didn't actually see it because my connection was sketch.
Yeah. Well, I had about 20 minutes to make that. So, this was originally about Chloe. I didn't have much information on her and how she was leaving HoloLive. In the same way Ame was.
Yeah. We got the. She's gonna be a. We got the. I'm gonna be whatchamacallit with her.
Mm-hmm. I'll still be a part of cover, but I'm not going to continue working type of deal. Don't know what that was. But literally in like less than an hour before the show, Fauna made a announcement that she was going to make an announcement in an hour, and one of the reasons we are late is because I wanted to sit and I wanted to listen to this announcement before we went live.
Just so we had exact facts to get to you.
Mm-hmm. So Fauna is also graduating. I have no clue. In January, she says she's going to continue streaming for the entirety of the time. I have no clue what's going on with this. Cover probably hit it out of the park with their Dodgers association. They just dropped a huge commercial with Nico and McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's monetary. I don't know what's going on. So, like, I couldn't tell you. I am.
It could be that they're in the middle of they're still growing and modifying themselves from a small startup to corporate machine.
All right, and they're probably focusing more on the idol aspects and the music aspect. I don't think I've heard a lot of. And there's my notification that we're live. I forget to turn that on vibrate.
Oops.
Every time. But
every time.
I was saying, so I don't know if it's because they're focusing more on the idol aspects of this or what's going. But if they were doing that, I mean, wouldn't what's the duck girl's name? The girl with the duck mascot, the tomboy who doesn't really idol.
Oh yeah, Subaru.
I would expect Subaru to be removed if it was mostly an idol thing.
No, she does idol stuff.
Not as much as I would expect. I mean, the people who do the most idol stuff are the singing VTubers, and the ones that pop into mind are Fuamoko, Narissa, Callie, Bibu does singing, Kiara does a lot of singing, the rat one, I forget her name.
Hackos Bales.
Yeah. Even Scarlet does singing. She's got pipes on her, Jesus. But that is. But Fauna was just nominated for best ASMR VTuber in the VTuber Awards. So that was I was like, oh, okay. Did not vote for her because Fauna's not my cup of tea. She always sounds like she's on the brink of crying in my ears. So it doesn't have the right hit to me. She has a crying voice in my head.
I can see that. Like, she sounds gentle, but I can see where you can interpret that as crying. I can see how that can be. People can hear that as crying very easily.
In my ears, it sounds like every single time a girl in the family is about to cry. I'm like,
I can see that very easily.
So it doesn't do it for me personally. For some guys, it's their thing. It's fine. That's okay. I mean, I've met a lot of people who have crying sounding voices, and I kind of go, and I have to sit there and kind of go, that's not crying. That's not crying. That's just the way they sound. But it doesn't do it for me. So that's me. I'm more of a shadow, you know. Shondo, yeah. That's my usual ASMR pep talker, if you will. But I don't know what's going on.
No, just like they're rapidly burning like
This year they burned through 5.
5, but
There's
new generation.
I mean, yeah, they did. I mean, they did just expand with new generation, not just English, but also Singapore. What is that?
Indonesia.
Indonesia, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're adding on all these other talents, and I'm wondering if they're just cutting the people who have the least numbers at the high who've been there the longest, or what's going on there?
Oh no. I know. I know Fauna. Some of it was management. Disagreement.
It looks like generally speaking, like the management wants to push everyone towards a certain path, and not every girl is comfortable with that, and so
Yeah.
you get cut. Unfortunately, it happens. I don't know what Fauna's gonna do. It sounded like this was a permanent graduation. I'm done with VTuber type thing, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, we don't know.
Because a lot of corporate VTubers, they don't have a VTuber background to start with.
Yeah.
The like we were discussing this while we were at ClossCon North, because I was sitting there trying to figure out the difference between these different talent agencies things, and I was sitting there just going through data, essentially, just going, how does this all work? Because I understood how Phase Connect and Cover works and Niji Sanji works. It all makes sense to me. You put the money up front, you grab a talent, you get them a VTuber skin, you put them online, you take a third of the revenue. You handle sponsorship deals, merchandising, and concert stuff.
Well, you didn't understand how VSojo works.
VSojo took a lot of me listening to every single person from VSojo talking about VSojo, and me just going, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Until I listened to people talking about Mythic, and I went, oh, I'm getting it now. And
completely different business.
It's really different business. VSojo works like Mythic. Mythic is a talent agency. It's not really a VTuber agency.
Right.
They do have a VTuber wing, but it's not the sole focus of Mythic as a whole. Talent agency in that regard, they handle things like sponsorship deals. They handle things like merchandising and anything that they help with create, like a contract or whatever. They take a cut of that. They don't take a cut of anything else, and they don't have ownership of IP.
Yeah.
So I was listening to all this going, oh, that's really cool. It's very interesting. There we are. So, because we were discussing this stuff, because I was trying to figure out other things for our own company. And, other stuff that, like my ass was up till 5 a.m. because I couldn't sleep because it was buzzing. Something was buzzing in the back of my brain.
That explained why you were awake when I had to get up.
I never went to bed. I was sitting there scraping data off of information sites and other things, and just sitting there and moving things into Excel sheets. So I'm just like, okay, all right, we can put in this formula. Nope, that doesn't work.
Nope, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out stuff, and so when we start our own thing, I'll have an idea as to what, how much, and why.
Yep.
Which is a thing right now. That is a thing. The curse continues as every VTuber I make memes on graduates.
Like, as soon as I heard this, like I didn't know if you were making memes. I just said, stop making memes, Darren.
I was making like ASMR memes where like Resident Evil 4 evil characters had Fauna's voice. What?
You shouldn't.
Funny.
Every time.
Every time. I am the kiss of death.
Stay away from Ina. You will get you will get mad hate from a bunch of people.
No. No. Ina's not very memeable.
She's not.
She's not very memeable.
She's just very chill.
It's very hard to meme Ina. That's a, you know.
Well, there's the various WAs, including the fourth wall.
Well, what's funny is, it only happens when I meme cover VTubers. If I meme Phase Connect, nothing happens.
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing. The worst thing that happens is I get a retweet. I go, okay, all right.
Okay.
Hi, Jelly.
Neat.
Listen, it's not my fault Jelly wakes up at 3 a.m. ready to impress women. That's her fault. Oh. Please excuse my runny nose. I'm still recovering from being a little sick.
How is it that you got sick? How did you get sick at Colossal North?
I went into the pool.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
All of us who went into the pool got a little sick.
That's why you don't go to the pool at Colossal North.
Blah 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 blah. I had fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of Phase Connect, Sakura told Tenma that she should, since she's a FPS VTuber, she should play Team Fortress 2. And Tenma told him to go touch grass.
I believe I believe Tenma was asking for games to play because she likes to gorilla stream so much. And Sakura was like, "Hey, Team Fortress 2," and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, oh my got really bad.
I need to go out and touch grass. Ask me again when it's fixed in 2027." How long has Team Fortress 2 been out?
It's fine. It's okay. It's all right.
It was fucking busted for the longest time.
Was?
They fixed some of it.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
Yeah, I will fix that fauna meme probably before the end of the weekend. I have a lot of stuff to do, including I have to wait 60 days for the YouTube live stream to be available. Isn't that ridiculous?
Jeez.
I was just like, I have live streaming available on so many other things. Why is this one 60 days?
Yeah, screw you, that's why.
I have proven that I do not, at any point in time, shoot up a church while live streaming. But those guys got their live streaming in 15 days.
Oh my god.
What?
Lord.
I'm not wrong.
That's
not wrong. You know, I sent them a picture of my passport, proved who I was, blah blah blah.
Blah blah.
Like, it'll be available in 60 days. I'm like, 60 days? It used to be 2 weeks.
The internet's dead.
Dead internet theory. We already have live stream capability on Kick, on Twitch, on Rumble, on the heck is that one called? On Twitter. Mm-hmm. On or X.com, whatever. I'm sitting here, I'm like, I have live streaming capability for everything except for YouTube.
Except for YouTube.
So I guess when I start, I'll just, whenever we get that up and running, if it's before the 60 days, I guess we're just not going to have YouTube for a little while. YouTube will just be the video archive.
I guess that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, there we are. CloseCon North just finished up. It was a fun time.
It was.
The audience was weird. I don't know if your audience was weird. My audiences were weird. I don't know.
Let's see. For asses, they were like we blew through asses fast because they were so polite.
They were so ready to take direction. I was like, you guys are like very well trained. Is this why this is a blue state?
I had I actually had someone show up across multiple states just to go to a Code Geass panel.
Good on them.
That was actually kind of like, oh, you came multiple states. I feel bad ending 10 minutes early, but I answered questions for 15 minutes.
Yeesh. Like
it was like because people just wanted to ask questions about history and stuff. It's like this is great.
Yep,
This is why I leave space for questions. People should ask.
I started cryptids 10 minutes late because the other person, of course, they just have a very long video montage. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you and your 20-minute video montages. You know, I have video montages too. They are at most three minutes, and I stop and I talk between them.
Yes.
You know? But these people 20 minutes long, and I'm like, this is the reason why YouTube hits everyone with copyright so very much. You're the problem. You are the problem. It's not me. It's you.
You got to transform your content.
No, they just want to do YouTube poops. Like, so do I. So do I. You want to know how I do YouTube poops? I make my own. Yes, it's the same Ryan Gosling meme, but we know what we're getting.
We know what we're getting.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, but I still managed to finish that one on time with about 5 minutes left to spare, even while answering questions. Everyone was very interested in that. The Just Say It Already, about the same. The technical panel was weird. Tom was too rambunctious. I'm like, Tom, let the clip play through before you make any responses about.
Yeah, let things breathe.
So that if there's any jokes in the clip, they can be heard. And he jumps right in the middle of the Jello one. I'm like, Tom, did you hear that joke? Do I have to replay the clip?
Which maybe he's like, because he said he did drama and he's done pro wrestling, so maybe he's expecting to like play against something. But when you're playing against a video, you got to let it breathe, man.
I try not to play against my videos. The only time I ever do is if there's no commentary or anything to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need to talk about this really fast. That was the thing. He also ruined the joke I stole off of Pippa because he jumped in the middle of it. I'm like, I'm gonna say something. You're gonna respond. Then you're gonna let me finish my sentence afterwards.
I just stomped.
I said something. He responded. I started finishing my sentence. He jumped in the middle. I go, damn it, Tom.
Let me finish the joke, damn it.
Let me finish the fucking joke. There we are. Yeah, no.
In Asses, he did like. He was slightly over the top, but it's like, okay, this works.
It was fine. That was fine to do. I didn't have to work as hard, which meant I had some voice left for Tentacles the following day. My number one concern was, okay, I'm doing 4 panels. I'm doing a lot of talking for 2 of them. Will I be able to handle this? You know?
And survey said yes.
Yep. So I didn't have to work as hard. I didn't have to strain my voice, which was nice. Because for the 18 plus panels, I do strain my voice. You've heard it. I make that grr sound to it.
Yeah.
As I'm speaking. That's just the way it is. That was a thing. My Gamer Supps free sample came.
Oh boy.
And I got 3 flavors to try out with 2 servings of each.
I heard that the pineapple is disgusting.
Pineapple cocktail was awful. It has like this artificial coconut aftertaste. I'm like, nope. No, thank you. No. I like coconut. I like coconut water. By the way, the entire state with no coconut water. What the fuck?
What the hell?
I'm like, you got coconut water? I'm like, here you go. That's coconut milk. It's not the same. It's just very processed. It has lots of sugars and things. I just want the water. If you had whole ripe coconuts, I could make my own. Damn it. But so like I was like, oh, this was the only thing keeping my joints from feeling like absolute ass for the last couple of months. And by like Saturday, I was like, nope, no more, no more. I have how many nights left on this bed?
The somehow like I sat on your bed for a minute. It's like, why is this rollaway more comfortable than the couch bed?
The couch bed hates me. I chose the couch bed because it's the worst one. I'm like, I don't mind. It will not kill me to sleep on the couch bed.
You were wrong.
I was in fact wrong. There we are.
I think the only bad part about the rollaway was my first night there when from driving. My inner quads cramped up, and I almost fucking cried when they cramped up. Because like it's like gotta get up and down, gotta get out, ow, or just ow, getting up all the way, and then not being able to walk for 5 minutes as it just you work through the cramp.
My unfortunate problem on the very first night was having landed in Wisconsin before everyone else, and then everyone else getting stopped by snow.
Instead of you flying through the storm, you made everyone else fly through the storm.
No, I flew through the storm. The problem is everyone else didn't fly through it. Everyone else got grounded by it. I was like I think it was like a week or two prior. They were like, "Oh, we're changing your flight." I'm like, "Okay, it's fine. Whatever." Okay. They're changing my flight to what? We're moving to this plane because your other two planes were bought out by people who pay more money. I'm like, "Sure, whatever." Fine. I'll get there before Neil. I'll let him know. Like I was supposed to be an hour beforehand. I flew through rain, and then I landed in sleet, and then I flew through snow, and I landed in snow. I landed in bad wind and snow.
At one point, I only missed him by 2 hours. At one point, I was gonna just text you like. At one point, I was like, "Hey, I'm only 2 hours out of Chicago. I will pick your I will pick your ass up at O'Hare. We'll grab when your bags get to Madison. We'll go get your bags."
Tom had a direct flight. Both me and Neil stopped in O'Hare, and I stopped in O'Hare long enough to get a McDonald's breakfast.
I hate that airport so much.
I hate that airport so much. I managed to stop there long enough to get myself a breakfast and then take my Benadryl. So I was gonna pass out on the flight over and just land because it was only an hour-long flight.
Yeah,
tops. And I was like, sure, I'll just pass out. It'll be no problem. And I'm waiting, and we're taxiing, like we're moving to an area to be de-iced. Like, okay, sure, whatever. I passed out, and I woke up an hour and a half later. And I look at my phone, and I look outside, like we are still just hanging out on the tarmac.
Oh Lord!
And so I pull out my phone. I'm like, we're still here. We're just chilling.
So we are.
And then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna risk it." Oh, that sounds good. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Whatever. I trust you, pilot lady. You're totally doing this because you know it's what's best, not because you have something to prove, pilot lady.
Oh, that sounds like there's an infamous. Before there was the Plane of Hell, there was an infamous WWF personnel flying story where it was Vince McMahon, Jim Cornette, and JR on a plane. And Jim Cornette, Vince hates me late anywhere, and Jim Cornette hates airplanes. So what happened was Jim Cornette had everything precisely timed so that he could take a tranquilizer before takeoff, and then wake up right as they were landing, so that he would be good to drive.
Mhm.
Instead, that they sit on the ground for an hour, and he wakes up in flight. And meanwhile, so JR actually has to start singing to Cornette to calm him down. Meanwhile, Vince is screaming at the fucking stewardess, saying like, "I want to know from the pilot why we're late. Why are we late?" They almost had to call the flight marshals to call Vince down because he wanted to go to the cockpit, like he was gonna fucking like he was gonna fly where they needed to go anyway.
Mhm. See, I was awake for the landing, and it was not a smooth landing. It was like we were like woo woo woo, and like I was like, this is gonna be a rough landing, and like we hit the ground, and you just hear bong. I'm like, yep, there it is. Bong, and then I'm like, and we're sliding, and we're sliding, and we're sliding.
The worst landing I've ever had was Aer Lingus.
Okay.
Which is Ireland's national airline, into Heathrow, which I hate Heathrow. But I think it's because most Aer Lingus pilots are come up through whatchamacallit, Ryanair. And Ryanair is infamous for bad landings.
Okay.
They teach their pilots to just slam it down on the ground.
Yep, that's pretty much what she slammed it on the ground. Then we were sliding. I'm like, okay, well, she's pulling out of the slide, so I guess we're okay.
Oh Lord!
But I remember landing. I'm like, okay, cool. And I just sat there and I just kept watching Neil's flight get extend like further and further. I'm not getting a nap before Tom arrives, am I?
No, you're not.
I'm sitting there just downing 5-hour energy shots to keep myself awake every 2 hours. I'm like,
And then Neil forgetting that you don't drive yet. Because New
I can
Jersey
drive anything. I just don't have a license.
that you don't have a license. He's trying to do things.
He's trying to solve a problem. I'm like, Neil, here's your problem. Can't. I can drive it. If you give me the wheel, I can drive it. Physically, I'm legally not allowed to.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to solve problems like, oh, you're going to be stuck in Chicago. I'm going to have to pick you up.
I was just like, worst case scenario, me and Tom will take an Uber to the fucking Kalahari.
Would have been an expensive fucking Uber.
It would have been. It would have been.
Although apparently Ubers were cheap throughout. Apparently Ubers throughout Wisconsin were cheap that weekend.
Weird.
Because I talked to one of the Uber drivers I had, and they said, yeah, everything's cheap because we're all out there, but no one's going out to dinner because it's the first weekend of hunting season.
Okay, good to know.
I was like, okay. That's a very Wisconsin thing.
The fact that we were the furthest point possible from the water park was annoying.
Oh, that was the most annoying thing in the universe.
I was just like, okay, where are we? We are in the hillside. I'm like, okay, like Neil hands me this. Like Neil's like getting it in direction. The guy hands him a map. Go give me the map. Looking at the thing, going, go that way. Make a right. We're on the left. He goes, but the guy said go. I know what he said. Right, left.
That, like, it's good they've got rooms, but holy hell.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Tom manages to grab a room for ClausCon East because I can't do it. So if he manages, we will have a room. If not, we're not doing East.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
Hopefully
I don't know that. Yep. Yeah.
I'll just start checking in on whether or not stuff's up. People have turned in their room for Prime yet or not.
Yeah, I would do that. Worst case scenario, we'll Uber it, which I don't want to do.
I don't want to do either.
Don't want to do it. It was not fun last time. But yeah. And then we've got
or hopefully I'll be fit enough that we can just walk across the street. and we can just walk across the street and we can rent an RV.
I mean, that works too. Probably not. It'll take a while for that. Just a heads up on that.
Yeah. Anywho.
Excuse me, my arm is killing me. I slept on it weird.
Yeah, I get
that. So Ame now Doobie. By the way, I'm so angry that Doobie is on the best tech VTuber because her stuff is cool. It's very, very cool. Vettel and Uwo do such cool stuff tech wise. I mean, Uwo's entire thing is he's a science VTuber. He gives you science experiments to do. It's really cool stuff to watch. He uses a PNG tuber instead of like a full on thing, unlike Vettel who has his little turtle thing. But Vettel also does all the AI large learning machine stuff with Duro and a bunch of other things he's made. So it's just like Doobie, well, cool, you have this cool VR thing, that's cool. You haven't done anything yet. I don't know why you're on this. Why are you here?
Because Doobie is Ame, that's why.
You don't need to have a HoloLive character in every goddamn freaking category. Although I did vote Fuumoko for VTuber of the year, much like Tenma. Tenma's like Fuumoko Simba. Yes, Tenma. Yes, join the ruffians, Tenma. Join. Come with me, Tenma.
One of us.
Tenma. I was surprised Issa didn't get music VTuber, and that Callie was on there again. I'm like, really? You won last year. Why are you here again?
Because Callie just puts out the hits.
I mean, she does, but like, there's Lumi dropped an entire EP. Pippa had a song with several songs come out. Narissa did an EP. We've got Issa does constant EPs. Mint wasn't even on there, which is weird.
I think Callie in Japan has gone mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And she's on the verge of American mainstream.
I'd give her American niche. Like nu metal.
Yeah.
Like I would give her like a niche. I wouldn't say American mainstream. American mainstream is an entirely different beast. You have to deal not with the fans, not with sales. You have to deal with the corporations.
I meant
we learned this from listening to Tim Pool, from listening to Tom McDonald, from listening to a bunch of other metal people I know, a bunch of other if the corporation doesn't want you to be in the top
you're not going to get playtime, but that matters less and less.
Mm-hmm. That matters less and less monetarily, but for the bragging rights and what nonsense, it matters. The corporations decide what you listen to at this point, which is stupid.
But I mean, by mainstream, I meant like she's gaining traction outside of anime.
Okay.
In the U.S.
All right. You want to swap your screen to one of our articles? We can jump into that.
Yeah. So let's go into anime news first. So Haruhi Suzumiya is getting a new light novel this month, so it's still continuing, and a new song and music video featuring the original voice actors from the anime.
Okay.
So the franchise isn't dying; it continues on.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
I refuse to let this go.
Just let it go.
This died a premature death because of Endless 8, but it will continue on. It will come again. It will rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
Civil War is not going to happen, Tim Pool. Calm down.
So that's pretty much the big anime news that I saw. I didn't really see much. I didn't see a whole lot of news this week at all.
I mean,
the massive VTuber news.
It is Thanksgiving weekend. This is also like a really weird time to be doing this. I know they're doing it because taxes, but for like from like the American aspect, it's like this is the weirdest time in the world to be doing this.
Yeah. So that's anime news. So next up, sort of video game news, sort of video game news, sort of streaming news. Dr. Disrespect's going to Rumble. That's going to head up Rumble Gaming.
That is weird.
And he's going to get a piece of the company.
Very weird. Well, hey, that's a thing. I don't know what happened with everything with him.
He admitted to talking inappropriately, but he didn't
touch anyone.
What that means, though, it depends. That could just mean he was making dirty jokes with a minor.
Yeah, I mean that's a Darren, stop making dick and fart jokes with the kids. No, this is the same jokes Dad gave me.
So, I'm not sure what that means, but he admit it wasn't a good look. So but at the same time, he's got a lot. There's still a lot of brand equity in being Dr. Disrespect.
There is. He still has that the brand has not been completely tarnished yet. Mr. Beast isn't looking too hot, but that's a different issue.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is Dunsky.
You think he's Dunsky?
Yeah, I think he's Dunsky.
I think
I talked to my Zimmer cousin, and he said he's done.
I think he's got one more big fuck up to really kill it, because younger millennials are still meh. I think we need like one more oops. You know what we need him to do? We need him to be a dirty capitalist. That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's so he's setting up. It's nice to see that Rumble's acknowledging we need gamers on the site.
Yep. One of the reasons why I chose to add Rumble to the streaming thing for the VTuber stuff was that the fact that I was testing streaming each individual last week to see if the tech could handle it, and now I'm gonna check output and see if it runs okay doing all of the various streaming sites together in the next day or two. I've already begun rebranding everything, which is just a process.
Nice.
And then I made a VTuber account thing I was going to need. And immediately every artist in the world's like, hey, you need stuff? I'm like, I do, but I have a friend working on stuff right now. So
what do you have stuff in process?
Like, if this person fails, I will contact you, but like, I'm good. You want to see my stuff? Sure. I'm like, and I'm like, this is just a bot. It's like, thank you guys. Thank you. You are a fucking bot.
So outside of it being outside of it being Dr. Disrespect, it's good that Rumble's actually focusing on gaming content. This is exciting.
This could lead
what I consume on YouTube now is gaming content. We need to see more of this stuff on Rumble.
I think the only problem I have with Rumble is it's very hard to find certain videos.
Yes.
If they could just deal with either the UI or the search algorithm aspect of that, I'd be all in on Rumble. For video archiving, YouTube still has best dressed.
Yes. It's hard to beat YouTube search because it's powered by Google.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Google was originally known for. Although Google search is getting worse and worse. They're actively making it worse.
They're doing that for themselves. Because they're communists. Okay. The reason is because they're communists. They're not worried about short-term corporate monetary gain. They're worried about long-term cultural gain. But sometimes you fuck up royally and you end up with the biggest comeback in political history. How could that have happened, Darren? I don't know. All right, what's next?
Chris Avellone just wants to watch the world burn.
So Chris Avellone, literally a week ago, was arguing with Elon about how he wants to hire black men to replace white men. And then Chris Avellone got fired from Obsidian, apparently.
And meanwhile, he has just been going on.
He is burning the bridge. He's burning the bridge. Kirishka, I'm using your commentary regarding the bridge. He's burning the bridge. He's outing everything.
Just going like, I was just scrolling, just like, whoa, what the hell is happening here?
What's funny is I was sharing this before. I'm like, oh, Chris Avellone just got fired from Obsidian apparently, and like they didn't say he was fired. He was no longer working on anything Obsidian or Avowed related. All of a sudden, I'm going, oh, you're fired. You're fired, dude. You're fired. You know you're fired. And was like, Darren, how do you know when you were fired? When they put me on a break for a few days. That's how I know.
That's how you know.
Like, really, trust me. They're trying to figure out how they can do this without getting themselves sued and or destroying themselves, and they never managed to do either. Well,
even when you were working a laborer job at Amazon, they managed to fuck it up.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, you do realize telling someone that asking someone why they didn't tell the managers when this guy threatened him after he was physically attacked. I'm like, I tried that for 6.5 hours. What do you want from me? Well, what did they say? That they can't help me. Then that it'll have to wait till later for 6.5 hours with a broken hand.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there looking at them going, I'm pretty sure that's called a hostile work environment. I'm pretty sure that's a huge problem.
That's a problem.
And they're just like, no. I'll go, HR lady, this is what I'm saying it is. I used to work HR. I used to be the HR director for an event company that dealt with sex events. Trust me. I know all these terms. Trust me, you might want to take my side on this one. I'm trying to help you. Please, stop listening to the stupid little lesbian with the shaved head. So we'll just call her Cunter McCunterson, okay?
And so yeah, Chris Avellone's just telling people, "Hey, this is why you weren't hired. You might want to call a lawyer," which is, ouch.
Well, he was full on the Kool-Aid until they turned on him.
Until he wasn't.
Chris Avellone's like, listen, I gotta do this to keep my job. I'm like, I get you, brother. I understand. What do you do when they take away your job? I burn this bitch to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
And I understand that concept. I'm like, listen, you have to ask yourself one question here. Can Darren win? No, that's not the question you should ask. It's, can Darren burn this bitch to the ground?
That's what you should ask.
Like, are you threatening us? No. I'm trying to warn you. Please, this place is made of dry straw, and I have matches.
Please don't make me think these matches could be fun.
Please don't make me think fire pretty.
So that's probably the biggest thing that's happened over the past couple of weeks.
It is. I mean, nothing really happened the week beforehand. Everyone was kind of ramping up towards Thanksgiving.
And right now every article on every website is Cyber Monday, Black Friday.
Yep, that's all there is to it. It's just, buy, and you can buy Dawn
Trails through Daybreak.
Daybreak for less than $60. It's $51 right now. So
Play it. You need to play it, motherfucker.
I just got to chapter 3 on Azure. Once I finish Azure, I'll finish up Cold Steel, and then I'll play Revelations. Then I'll play Daybreak.
You mean
I should get to it by January.
Get to it in time for Daybreak 2.
I'm also in the middle of learning Mahjong, so I can play with my favorite VTubers. Probably never gonna happen, but
Probably never gonna happen.
Yeah, sure. I'm learning. I'm learning the fucking Mahjong game. I hate it. I hate Mahjong so fucking much. It's part chess, part fucking poker. I'm like, God damn it. I'll be sitting there, I'm like, I need one of like 4 tiles, and I know there's at least 12 of those floating around here. Oh, I've won. I'm taking all your points. Game's over. Motherfucker.
So, moving on to sort of tech news, but also video game news.
Mm-hmm.
At the low end, the new Intel GPUs look kind of good. The next gen.
Okay.
They're going to be launching mid-December, and word's coming out. This is the Battle Mage generation for Intel Arc, and at the low end, they're looking kind of good, and they're going to be look like they're going to be they're going to beat the 4060 Ti. It looks like, which is good for hardware. We need more competition in the video hardware space.
We do need more competition because
competition drives prices down.
It also drives what's the word I'm looking for? Means make new thing.
Innovation.
Thank you. I have not eaten dinner yet, so I'm just like
There are when they finally spin up the plant here in Ohio, that's one of the things that's going to come out of it is Intel's video cards. So I'm excited. Things are happening in the hardware space right when I'm looking to get back into it. Not right now, but in a year when I have money again.
Well, the only thing I'm thinking about is, whether or not the moving of chip manufacturing into the United States is going to help produce better work or not.
I'm not sure. The Taiwanese have chip production down to a science.
They do, but they
Oh.
also have a lot of suicides.
No, that's mainland China. The Taiwanese have shown that they're able to work cheap, but not as cheap as mainland China, and they've got more protections for workers because guess what? They're a democracy.
Oh, there you are.
Or they're a representative government, if you want to use correct terminology. Anyhow,
I'm getting updates on the fauna stuff, and I'm seeing what I can actually talk about.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting stuff because you know me, I end up in these weird groups where all of a sudden people are talking to me. I have that face that makes everyone go, I'm gay and in the military, and I go, okay.
Okay.
Do you know how hard it
Anywho.
is being gay and in the military? No, I wouldn't know. I did just shoot someone though, so there's that.
Anywho. So now moving on to hardware news. The FCC has approved the Starlink plan for a cell phone service.
Nice. Oh, did you see that X post I sent you about the guy on the motocross bike?
Yeah, that's part. That's kind of like a trilogy of stuff.
Okay.
And you could call the next 3 articles Elon news.
I need
So,
like the Monte Cristo freaking.
so related to that, you sent this tweet. Right at the Baja 1000. Had type 1 diabetes, but he was like, oh, if you live stream your entire ride, you could do it. So he strapped a Starlink mini receiver to his helmet.
Yep, and
Works.
using a battery pack to help charge it in case of clouds, as well as the normal solar panel usage. He managed to have that thing live streamed the entire time he was there. This also let his heart whatever thing or his blood thing to show his current levels to make sure he was okay.
Yeah. For the why it was important was he was a type 1 diabetic, so
Mhm.
it's when you do these extreme challenges like the Baja 1000 or the Dakar,
Mhm.
people die on those rallies.
Absolutely, and they are rough, if not multiple all day runs. You know, there's chances of getting lost. There's chances of equipment breaking down in the middle of nowhere, running out of water or running out of food.
No, it's
You know?
not it. They're not as celebrated as say like the 24 Hours of Le Mans or
Mhm.
the Indy 500, but there's a certain cachet of winning it because it's both the most extreme challenge for a machine, but the most fragile, the part of the machine that fails most often is the man.
Yep, it's like the Iditarod, but on vehicles
Yeah.
as opposed to something that's pulled by animals.
In
And
fact,
I love things like this. I would love to get a motocross guy with my stuff doing something like this, or a rally car or something like that. Just because, to me, these are the last extreme sports. These are the last like big manly things.
yeah,
You
I
know?
like this and the Dakar. Oh, did you see where the Dakar is happening this year?
I did not. What are they doing this year?
It's happening in Saudi across the Rubal Khali.
There's a small conflict like war going on in that area.
You know why it's happening there? Because it's safer than the traditional Dakar.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong.
And they didn't want to, and they're worried about South America popping off, so they didn't want to have a South American Dakar either.
To be fair, South America's always popping off. You can't really.
So they decided Saudi, that's the safest place.
Okay, sure.
Because at least it's on the other side of the big desert from what's popping off in Syria. Yeah, things are popping off in near there in whatchamacallit. But they've got enough F-16s to cover.
Hopefully.
And they have Formula 1 races there.
Yep, that's a thing. What's the other? I mean, so we've got that. We've got the we'll be getting Starlink via T-Mobile now.
They've already started doing it. A couple places where I had dead zones,
Mhm.
my T-Mobile phone is flipped over to Starlink.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. And the final one, which was the weirdest part of this.
Elon's getting involved in Alex Jones's bankruptcy case.
I still don't know what's going on with that case. It's been
A week?
radio silent, so I have no clue what's going on with that. Last I heard, there was a stay on the sale.
There's a stay on the sale, and Elon Musk is claiming ownership of the accounts.
Elon Musk always has ownership of our accounts. It's in the terms of service. We are licensing a account. He can't use our likeness, but we also can't take we can't sell the account if it is a business account. If it's a business account, we can sell it. You know, it's part and parcel for the company. Alex Jones is the man's name. You can't take his Twitter account or his X account. Okay. There's nothing here I can talk about. This is all too inside baseball.
Yeah, I just popped up I'm looking at the Reddit post for Fauna right now, and it's just the official stuff, and then guessing. So I guess you're seeing a lot of inside stuff that would reveal shit.
Can't say nothing. Can't say nothing. Can't say nothing. my commentary is Israel has been fighting for their lives for the last 50 years, and you know we should.
Oh Lord!
And we should not sit there and help their enemies because they're surrounded on all sides. So there we are.
That's your comment. Oh Lord!
What do you want from me?
Just let's distract from the VTuber news that I can't talk about by causing more chaos.
I'm very good at Flash.
So that's our last article. So
all right, that gets us right on time.
Right on time, even though the late start, but
and we only lost 5 minutes. You know, that was a thing. But yeah, I have nothing planned for the spring con season. I have nothing planned for the winter con season, so it'll be a quiet con season. I am, of course, looking to start some VTuber stuff, see if I can get some other people interested in it, do stuff like that. We'll hopefully get.
My plans are to study for the bar.
Yep, you have real life stuff going on. I have real life stuff going on, which is the thing, of course. And then we've got nothing else. Hopefully, I think my first con of the year will probably be Prime.
Yeah, that's going to be mine probably. I got to take a look out for when I got some panels and stuff.
Same.
Prime will be a good time to come back up, visit family.
Just closing all my stuff here. Go away. There we go. That's all going on. I'm going to continue learning Mahjong for as long as I can. My number one problem is I'm playing the ranked matches so I can try and learn the game better. And the ranked matches is full of just like of just Korean and Chinese names. I'm like,
oh no.
They have like 300 plus bronze ranked games. I'm like, get out of novice area, you assholes. Go somewhere else. And I'll be like, okay, all right. And what's funny is the way that they play in the ranked games is different than they play in the friendly games. The friendly games are more like the event games, where you keep playing until everyone has finished their thing. In the ranked games, it's first person who wins. Okay, cool. You take the points. We're done.
Yeah.
Everyone else, do until after you win, you pull out of the game. The other people keep playing. But yeah. Okay.
Well, anywho.
Sorry. Nope, nothing. There was a big paragraph.
It's like, am I being held hostage here now?
No, you're not. I'm just I'm just reading through, and it's a big paragraph. That's fine.
Big
That's
paragraph,
okay.
nothing you can say.
Nothing I can talk about. Nothing. I have no problem saying do I have insiders everything? Probably. Can I say everything? Never.
No.
Never. It makes me a very good federal agent. Hi, FBI.
My FBI.
You know, if you I promise I will not Snowden away. You can't Julian Assange me.
Well, there's good
Ruby
news.
Ridge.
Well, there's some good news and some bad
What?
news.
What you got?
Oh, well, it's good news for me, bad news for you.
Hmm.
Caps are up 4-2 against your Devils.
I already knew that.
End of the second.
I am very excited to have a conspiracy theory VTuber.
Oh?
Yeah.
You?
Not me. Conspiracy theory. Because we've got VTubers who do music. We have VTubers who do science. We have VTubers who do ASMR. We have VTubers who have sex on camera. Weird. Oh, VR chat. We didn't discuss that.
What? I didn't see anything about VR chat.
So, it slipped my mind, honestly, because it happened like 2 days ago. And it like they put their decision in on Thanksgiving, and I just like, I don't care that much to grab this right now. I'm at Thanksgiving with the family.
Yeah.
They are putting in a age verification system, and if you are under the age of 16, you cannot do VR chat. And
they didn't before?
They did not before. VR chat full of all those weird sex dungeon things. Yeah. Yeah.
Insert Vance Vase here.
Yeah, so they did not in fact have that. So like people were just doing weird stuff with children, and I was like, this is awkward.
Yeah.
But they've apparently they put that in place. I'm assuming there were too many of those, the dark side of VR chat YouTube videos going around.
Yeah, that's a reason why.
Probably. You know, because now that Mr. Beast is out of is done with his shooting, it's time for the next big thing.
Yep.
Which would be VR chat. Good, excellent, good. Maybe these kids will go outside and socialize like normal people.
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Oh Lord. I forget you got a soundboard.
Everyone forgets I have the soundboard. Until I remember I have the soundboard.
Everyone forgets it until you remember you have it.
But yeah.
Uh,
Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everyone enjoyed your time. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share us with your friends. Let everyone know. It is, of course, a sad day. We've lost Fauna. We've lost Chloe in like a week.
Yeah, they're falling fast.
What's going on? I can't tell you. Follow the official statements. Don't listen to rumors.
Is it BlackRock?
No, it is not. It is not BlackRock.
Okay, because that's the thing, is they're investing.
It is not BlackRock, as far as I can tell. But everyone, have yourself a good one. And as always, Joe Biden, play us out.